The biggest winners from non-conference portion of the schedule. I want to start with the team first. T.O., we'll go to you first. Who was your biggest winner as a team?
Auburn. Like, we all thought they were going to be good. I thought they were going to be good, but I thought the SEC was loaded. And I think I moved them up to 6th in the preseason in the SEC. Boy, was I wrong. Holy smokes, is that team good. Auburn is by far and away the biggest winner, with the only loss at Duke, at Cameron Indoor. Outside of that, huge wins over Houston, basically in Houston. I guess it was considered a neutral. I don't know for sure, but
it was one of those like semi-home. It's technically a neutral court, but it's in Houston.
Yeah, so. Houston went over Iowa State, North Carolina, Memphis, Ohio State, Purdue. Get out of here. The only right answer is Auburn, and they've been awesome.
Mm-hmm. Fanta?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Oregon. They're 12-1. They won the Players Era Festival, so I'm gonna take the team that won the new event. You know, that really benefited them nationally when they won that event. We're now talking about Oregon much more than we were in the preseason. We thought they'd be a good team. They've looked great. You know, when they beat Alabama on that Saturday night after Thanksgiving, 83-81, and you couple that with wins over Texas A&M and San Diego State, that's why you play in that event. You know, that was the main chunk of their non-conference season. You know, I think the easy answer is Tennessee because of what they've done, and obviously they're a huge winner. But I'm actually going to go with the Ducks because I think when you've built up the body of work that they've put together and the close games that they won in that event, to be 12-1 and you know, as good of a contender to win the Big Ten in their first year, you know, in a Big Ten that's a bit wide open, looks like the Ducks could be the best team. We're going to find out more tonight. Big game out in Eugene as they host Illinois. I can't wait to watch tonight. I mean, the benefit of the new look Big Ten. Look at Oregon's next 2 games: Illinois at home, Maryland at home. A lot of fun. I'm going to go with the Ducks and what they've been able to put together.
Yeah, so I think the answer is probably Auburn, but I went a different angle because I figured one of you two guys would take them. I went Memphis for a lot of different reasons. They had maybe the toughest non-conference schedule of anybody in college basketball. They went 10-3. They just beat the brakes off Ole Miss, and this was coming in a year where Penny made a lot of changes in the offseason. Some of them came as late as like September. They ran a kid out of the program in like October. He transferred out Tyreke Smith, and he's found a way to be able to get this program to a point where you have a good run. You do what you're supposed to in the ACC, and Memphis has like a top 4 seed, and Penny has the chance to be able to make a run. And considering all of the heat that was put on him coming in, I'm happy to see it. How can you not love Penny Hardaway? Like, it's Penny Hardaway, man. I still have pennies. I still have his shoes, and we interviewed him on the show. Like, that's I don't get starstruck about a lot. That was a pretty cool thing. Vanna, go ahead.
Yeah, and PJ Haggerty and Tyrese Hunter have been phenomenal for that team, and Dane Danger has been as well. The Maui performance was amazing. Had they not lost to Ohio State in the Garden, I think one of us would have voted Kentucky.
Oh, I have them here in a little bit. Biggest winner as a player, Fanta. I'll go to you first.
Can I say this about Memphis real quick before we move on?
Please.
Like, in your all's interview with him, the fact that he said, well, I thought I was just going to walk in and just fix it. Like, and he's like, it took some time. He said the criticism was warranted. Like, dude, he won me over right there. He was like, criticism was warranted. I needed to figure out the culture piece. That was on me. I needed to change my ways and develop into this college coach. And then, man, I was just like, this dude, to be that level of a star at one point in your life, to be able to come back and kind of not humble yourself per se, because you still need that ego in order to be successful to that level. But
that level of self-reflection is impressive.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Player.
Biggest winner.
Jeremiah Fierce at Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Phenomenal.
Like
18 points per game, close to 5 assists per game, close to 4 rebounds per game. I thought the freshman was talented. I didn't think he was this good. Holy hell. I mean, he's shooting over 50% from the floor. And when I was talking with a couple of scouts who had watched Oklahoma live, I have not seen them live. I said, so what's your thought on them? They said, good team. Jeremiah Fierce makes them a great team.
Oh, yeah.
A team that can go seriously deep into March. What a get for Porter Moser, who I was like. The only reason why I won't pick him as my coach that's gained the most, because they're undefeated, they're one of 3 unbeaten left, is because I'm spreading the love, and I'll spread it a little bit more. But Jeremiah Fears, you are a superstar, and I can't wait to watch you in the SEC.
If I had to pick one player that won, and here's the thing, we knew what Tennessee was, but I think the fit with Chaz Lanier,
that's a good one.
And what he's been able to do, being super duper productive, but not limiting teammates. He's just as tough as anybody else on the defensive end of the floor, and they continue to be really tough defensively. But there was a lot of expectations coming in behind Dalton Connect.
Yes.
He's actually might have been a better offensive fit with the other players than Dalton was. Dalton was spectacular. But what Chaz is good at is staying within himself and still scoring at an extremely high rate. And he hasn't limited some of these other guys on the vault. So those other guys have played better. I think Tennessee's more dangerous than they were last year. That's crazy to say. So if I had to pick one player that's not exceeded expectations, but I was kind of leery on like, how is this going to work compared? It's worked even better. So Chaz Lanier is my guy.
Yeah, I like that one, especially given the footsteps that he was stepping into. I'm going Cam Jones, man. Cam Jones, a lot of people doubted what Marquette could be because they didn't think that Cam Jones could step in and be a point guard. And he is, I might be biased because he's the Field of 68 fashion correspondent. I don't care. He's been the best player in college basketball, not named Janai Broom. And he has outperformed expectations marvelously. And Marquette, as a result, looks like a team that can win the Big East regular season title and compete for whatever championship they want in the postseason. So that's been a lot of fun to watch. Coach, I'm going to go first in this one. I'm saying
I know who you're picking. I knew it.
Hope, baby.
I knew it.
Even with the loss to Ohio State, go out and look at all of these other coaches that have dealt with completely revamping rosters, starting from scratch in a new place, right? Whether it was Pat Kelsey in Louisville, John Calipari in Arkansas, all of these guys have really struggled finding a way to kind of get this thing started quickly. And that's not been the case for Pope. He's been able to find a way to beat Duke. They found a way to be able to beat Gonzaga. He's got some excitement back into the program to the point where, like, I do think it's fair to say when they were number 4 in the country, they were probably overrated for what they are as a basketball team right now in this moment. But who cares, man? He's got the excitement back. He's got that fan base back. He's got the positivity of Big Blue Nation.
You think
back.
They're overrated? Is that what I heard?
I don't think that they are the 4th best team in college basketball. When they were ranked 4th, I don't think they're the 4th best team in college basketball. But you win all those games, you deserve to be ranked. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. It's just the way that the rankings work.
Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, and he's found a way to be able to like get this thing going quickly. And there were some doubts from that fan base when he got the job, and I think he has quieted every single one of those doubters. T.O., coach, biggest winner.
After watching Michigan play against Arkansas, and then they lost a game against Oklahoma on a neutral, I just so impressed with how Michigan's playing and how hard they're playing and the pieces and how they're fitting together. He's turned Trey Donaldson, and I'm talking about Dusty May. He's turned Trey Donaldson into a good point guard, and I think he's going to fit that league a lot better than he fit the SEC last year at Auburn. I think it's a really good fit. I've become such a Danny Wolf fan. You want to talk about a pickup? He's been like, and Dusty May not being shy about saying, we're going to go 4 or 5 ball screen with 2 7-footers, and we're just going to let Danny Wolf be great. Like, how many people are going to be flexible enough to just be like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll make it work, man.
I didn't know, guys. Yeah, I didn't know how it would work. Now, they've got 3 losses, sure. And the 3 losses, Wake Forest, Arkansas, Oklahoma, are all 92, 39, and 40 on KenPom. It's by a whopping total of 5 combined points between 3 losses. They could very easily be, 12-1, 11-2, whatever. I was a bit skeptical because I almost wondered if Dusty May was a one-hit wonder getting to the Final Four, because you look at the rest of the seasons that he had. I was curious, like, how is this really going to happen? And he's done a really nice job in Michigan. So I think he's alleviated a lot of that doubt. They're playing good ball. And to be honest with you, I just really have enjoyed watching Michigan play basketball this year. So I'm going Dusty May.
Fanta?
I am going to go with a coach of a 13-1 team. The latest coach in a string of home run hires, and that is Jared Calhoun at Utah State.
I got them later this month.
I'll tell you what.
You're gonna love Mason Falslev, man. Like he is.
Oh, I already do.
He's so much fun to watch. I'm sorry.
You've never seen him play. You are gonna love him. Rob knows you don't.
I'm sorry. Like I just get excited. I love the Mountain West, man. Every single time I watch a game and I hear you talking about the Mountain West TO, it gets me fired up, man. You're a Mountain West guy through and through. I don't care that you live in
massive Mountain West guy. Hashtag massive Mountain West guy. How about Falslev? The fact that he couldn't throw it in the ocean last year, shooting 44%. Go Fanta. I'm sorry.
No, it's Jared Calhoun and it's Darren DeVries are the two. Chase Long's right. I mean, DeVries has done an amazing job at West Virginia. Their performance down in Atlantis. They've proven us. I mean, not wrong, but like this has just been better than anybody could have imagined. But yeah, Mason Falslev has been great for Utah State, and you know what? I like watching them play stylistically. I think they're a lot of fun. Ian Martinez, he was at Maryland. Now in year 2 with that program, he's found the right place, the place that he can flourish best, and they defend. They're a top 30 KenPom defensive team. They don't play overly fast, but they play fast enough. They play efficiently. Top 50 offense in America as well. So, you give them credit. And here's the other thing. They didn't play some really weak schedule. Their schedule, if you look at KenPom, their non-conference strength of schedule rating is 145. There's certain teams that are like 12-1, 11-2, 11-3, 12-2. They've played a strength of schedule that's like 250, 300, 325. So I give them credit. I mean, it's so hard, guys. Like, you take over at Utah State, and Danny Sprinkle had it humming and rolling and going. And Jared's got to come in. But Jared's done a great job at pretty much everywhere he's been. He did a nice job at Youngstown State. He got them in the NIT. They won 20-plus games the last couple of years. It's not an easy job by any means. And at the D2 level of Fairmont State, he had them in a national championship game back in 2017. So I give a lot of credit to Jared Calhoun, and I give credit to that Utah State administration. Diana Sabal, their AD, she made a great hire there. And if you want to win at the mid-major
go to Utah State.
Utah State.
Yeah.